All right, everyone, this is an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is, it's straight up energy reading. This is Pluto in Aquarius. It's a very important reading. Very important. This is a big deal. This is about big decisions that have long lasting effects, a huge ripple effect. Even if it's a small decision in your own life, we're choosing paths here. And I'm pulling on the incoming energy here. And I'm going to tell you, I was quite pleased with this pre-shuffle, even though there's a 9 of Wands here. You'll see why in a moment. All right. This is Pluto is in Aquarius until September, early part of September. It moves back into Capricorn briefly until about November 19th, till around the end of November. And then it stays in Aquarius as it moves back in until, well, about 2043-ish, something around there, the early 2040s. So we're going to have it a while. We had it in Capricorn back as far as 2008. It moved into Capricorn, and that's it really is. It's the end of a cycle. We're in a new life cycle of energy, and we're in a whole new existing cycle with Pluto changing signs here. It's a big deal. Big decisions. Yeah, that's all I can say. Use your wisdom. Your soul is going to be very loud under this energy. Very loud. Much louder than it normally is. And because Aquarius is ruled a little bit, in part, by Saturn, right? It's got the Uranus aspect, but it has Saturn in there. There's a lot of these are big. There's a lot of karma here, shall we say? Okay. All right. That said, there'll probably be a blog article about this. And we'll talk more about it in that blog article. But this Pluto in Aquarius, as it moves in, is working with, it's in conjunction with the Sun, which is also going into Aquarius. It ties a lot to an alignment that happened back at the end of 2020, in December 2020, which I believe involved Jupiter, but I'll double check that. I might write a blog article where I play your astrologer a little bit. All right, so think back a little bit to some of the decisions you made back at the end of 2020. Society Energies will certainly be doing that and giving things a bit of a rethink, because the decisions you make under Pluto and Aquarius, far-reaching effects, I will tell you. Okay, it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve Loveterry, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. It's one of those pre-shuffles here where I ask, give me the soulmate cycle with the influence of Pluto moving into Aquarius, where it's one of those, sometimes people have to learn their lessons the hard way sort of thing. And I think that's going to play out in society quite a bit with Pluto and Aquarius. We're going to learn the hard way. Whoops, probably shouldn't have done that. You know, that kind of thing. We get a little of that here. I get the 9 of Wands crossed by the 10 of Wands. It's going to be very hard, very difficult, shall we say, to keep that wall up. To hide behind the wall and believe your own truths, whatever they are, no, this is what I believe, this is who I am, this is how I was raised, hiding behind that wall. It's going to be very hard to do that with this energy of Pluto moving into Aquarius. Because, as I said, there's the Hermit. The soul is wide awake and very bright, very loud, very bright. All right? So the choices we make are coming from here, ideally. All right? It's going to be hard to make them from behind a wall of pretense and things along those lines. And you want more proof about the soul being lit and awake. This is the card of the angel. There's a lot of angel energy here. It's canceling out a lot of the devil energy. The devil energy tends to have us put up walls and things like that. And underneath that, bookending the 9 of Wands, is no time, ain't got time for no jibber jabber, ain't got time to hide behind any walls, because there's big decisions to be made. That's a big butterfly of transformation. It also represents, in this context, the butterfly effect, sort of a ripple effect. Even small little decisions in your life that you make have long range effects. In society, we're making decisions that don't just affect the next 5, 10 years of our lives. They affect going out as far as your great-great-grandchildren. Okay, these are big, big changes, and the decisions have to be made, and they should be made from the soul, and the soul will be loud enough for that to happen. You're going to see a lot of change and things like that. But the veil between you and incoming soulmates is getting thinner as Pluto moves into Aquarius, and that's why we're starting to see a lot of new soulmates popping up in the readings. So let's pull on this incoming energy, whether it's a runner for you or a new soulmate, and let's see what happens when the wall comes down here a little bit with Pluto and Aquarius. Let's go. Give me the soulmate cycle with the influence of Pluto entering Aquarius, working hand in hand with the sun as well in Aquarius, where it will be when Pluto moves in. They move in within hours of each other, right? All right, let's go. Card before the cut. It's why the fuck are we here? All right, let's find out why the fuck we're here. So why the fuck are we here? The King of Swords. It's a king of truth. It's a king who acts on truth. It's somebody here who's taking action from a different perspective than they normally do. All right? I'm going to phrase it that way. Also, you might find out some truths about yourself, I'm sure. You guys are attached to this energy too. And it's the Queen of Cups. The truth about how somebody feels when we take that wall down, the cut cards back up the pre-shuffle, okay? So when we take that wall down, you know, it's hard to keep it up, and we go from the soul. What we love, we want to go after. The soul wants to, the soul's made of love. It's where we come from, it's where we go back to, okay? After we leave here. This is the most love I could pull from the deck. Somebody taking action towards what they love for a change, rather than what they're supposed to do, or what's expected of them, or how they were raised, and all that kind of, this is just how I am, you know, it's how I was raised, all that stuff. We're moving beyond that. We're making different choices. And those choices are very important. The soul's being lit up for a reason. You know, everything happens for a reason. Let's see where we go. Let's pull a reading. It's going to be a powerful reading, I will tell you that. I'll try to get an article. If it's not there already, I may be able to bang it out this afternoon or something. I'll try to get an article up in the blog by the weekend that talks a little bit more about what's going on with Pluto going into Aquarius. I've already got an article that talks about it, but I want to talk about it a little more with this particular transit. Okay? All right, let's go. Let's shuffle the deck here. Let's see where we're at. Give me the soulmate cycle, the influence of Pluto going into Aquarius. 3 of Wands. Into the new horizons, new directions, long range effects. All of it's there with the 3 of Wands. All of it's there. What's fueling that? The Knight of Cups. Going toward making different. What did I say? This card crosses the King of Swords in my reading. That card before the cut. It backs up what I just said. The overall energy of our reading is somebody making different choices and going toward what they love. Going toward what makes them feel, rather than, you know, just what the immediate gratification might be, or what's expected of them. All right. This is nice. This is encouraging. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how this incoming energy, whoever it is, could be a new soulmate, could be a runner. For most of you, it feels like an older energy to me. Again, it doesn't matter how much time has passed. I'll tell you what, it does not matter. Our calendars do not exist in the energy. Right here's how they're behaving in the 3D, whoever the fuck it is. Right here's their soul. Right here's the hidden energy, message from the universe, read with the energy of connection, and right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I will clarify everything, throw some universe cards over the top, and you bet your sweet asses there's going to be an extended. There'll be a link in the description. All right. Okay, so far my energy read and what's supposed to be happening here is backed up 100% by the cards, just reinforcing my energy read. All right, let's take a look at the energy around your connection here as Pluto moves into Aquarius. Yeah, the sun. Yeah, going toward what makes them happy, going toward things they love. Your connection is shining bright. This sort of, when I look at the sun here, I sort of get that lit up thing that was on top of the tortoise shell on the Hermit. You know, it's very bright. Your connection is it's hard to miss the sun, isn't it? Right? You know, if either, whether you're here on Earth or up in space, it's pretty hard to miss that big glowing thing out there. Okay? It's glaringly obvious to this person what makes them happy. All right? Glaringly obvious. That's one aspect. We'll leave it there. How they behaving in the 3D? Page of Pentacles. It's my card of the student, but it's also my biggest spying card. Bigger than the Page of Swords, the energy that might come off of that represents spying. Somebody's giving your contact, again, what did I say? Can't miss it, right? And this deer looking, this little fawn looking right at it. Somebody here is taking another look at your connection. Somebody here is making decisions now from the soul a little bit more, okay? And they've learned a thing or two. along the way, I imagine. I don't imagine too much, but they have learned a thing or two along the way. And somebody here is spying your connection. They're looking right at it. They're thinking about it, they're feeling it, and it's what they want to go towards. It's what makes them happy. Again, this is a very powerful thing, Pluto moving into Aquarius. Astrologers have been waiting for it for a long fucking time. You know, everybody should study history, especially if you're into astrology. You should study history, because astrology is all about what happened the last time this alignment happened. What happened the last time this happened? And we compare it. The energy is always in cycles. It comes around in cycles. But when it comes back around, it's the same base energy, but the surrounding energies are different. So sometimes it plays out a little differently, right? So keep that in mind. Look back at when the last time Pluto was in Aquarius, a couple of 100+ years ago. So obviously it's playing out a little different. But at the same time, what was going on in the world then? What was happening, right? We got a lot of spying there, a lot of watching you. This person's showing back up. Here's their soul. It bookends the sun. There's the King of Swords. The card before the cut. Why we're here falls right out in the soul position. That's amazing. Yeah, I want that. Looking at it, spying it, I want that. The soul wants it. It lights this sword up. It turns the sword into a fucking rainbow. The energy flows from here to here. This is a stronger card. The soul is louder. I already said that with Pluto and Aquarius. And so this is much louder than a little page. And any fear they have about approaching this goes away, because that's a fearless king. And the soul, this is a good card in the soul, because the soul has no fear. It's not afraid of anything. If you're afraid, that's your brain. That's mild devil energy. It's static energy that affects you, that you believe because it makes sense, it's easier, that kind of thing. Okay? Wow. This is pretty wild. Hidden energy, message from the universe. It's read with the sun, technically. See? Yeah. Again, the love geese, the lovers. See, I'm not making this shit up. I mean, my energy read is spot on here. The love geese are in the air. It's hard to miss the sun, and they're looking at it. And the soul here is brave. It's brave. It always is. And because it's louder, somebody's acting on that. By default, all this makes this a communication card, which it isn't always. It's mostly a spying energy, but any fear that's normally attached to the Page of Pentacles, because it's a little fawn, right, is gone, right? It's a little fawn that hulks up, shall we say. What's the potential final outcome? Red with the little fawn. 9 of Pentacles. Some sort of liberation from something in their life. I'm talking about the fawn here. I'm talking about the incoming energy. I would phrase that, if I were a typical reader, right? I would phrase that as somebody is freeing themselves up to come toward the connection. And that's the easiest way to translate that energy. This is communication here on some level. Somebody needs to come check this out. This card by default makes this a curious fawn. Somebody in this energy is making, again, we're all making long-term, long-range decisions. If you're a runner, for example, is in a toxic relationship, they're making decisions to free themselves from that. And it's based on, this is a very bright energy. I read it this way for a reason. There's a lot of other ways I could have interpreted it here, but the easiest way to phrase it, this is hard to miss. And especially because I've got this Knight of Cups with this 3 of Wands, right? New horizons in our in the overall energy. So, all right, let's grab the Witches, and which randomly at the bottom has a Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's a lot of communication here. It is. I think somebody got some shit to work out. Definitely time to make a decision. I think this might be a page because they're aware of the gravity of the decision. Okay? And that's going to be on varying levels for all of them. Why is the sun here? Let's clarify. Okay? Why is the sun here? Let's just go. Okay. I've got a lot happening here with the cards. I've got a split. So I've got, at the bottom, I've got 10 Pentacles. The cards exploded. 10 Pentacles and an Ace of Wands. Yeah. Somebody here just wants what this connection has to offer. They want to come toward the sun. I believe it. With the King of Swords here, my King of Action, my King of Truth in the soul position, which is red with all of this over here, just like that. I also got, because it's a split message, I've got somebody here who wants to move away from what their Ten of Pentacles is. It implies that the connection is different than what their Ten of Pentacles is. Now we pull from the top, and there's my Knight of Swords come back. Look at that. Yeah, what did I say? Backing it up, man. Somebody wants to come check this out. They're coming in. It's more of a, sometimes I say the Knight of Swords, so they got something they want to say to you. They got one message, things along those lines. He's more the scout, right? Scouting it out. Why is the Knight of Swords here? The Knight of Pentacles. Because doing nothing isn't an option. There's a curiosity here. I said there's a curiosity because the connections become very clear. It's clear a decision needs to be made. It's clear that the soul is awake. It's clear that the soul is louder, and this is a soul connection. So again, you got to go in the water. When there's just a curiosity here, there's an impulsive action that happens. Somebody will be during the initial transit of Pluto through Aquarius, somebody will be thinking about you a lot, giving you some thought. I think that came up in a recent reading I did. It sounds familiar. But that energy is definitely here. Page of Pentacles. Let's talk about it. Why is it here? Page of Pentacles. Why is it here? Well, at least the deck didn't explode this time. Yeah, you make them happy. Ten of Cups. Somebody here, I think they might be curious about, we get this a lot, they might be curious about it to come find out if it's for real. I mean, are these feelings for real? Really? You know, kind of a thing. That's possible, scouting it out, my little scout here on some level. But more importantly than that, it's sort of it amplifies the spying energy, where dreaming isn't enough. When you get curious enough, you take action, right? I don't have any anger here. I don't have somebody mad at themselves and then they take action. It's more based on curiosity than anything else. But yeah, as they spy you, they see what's possible. 10 Cups. And that was explained as well by the 10 Pentacles that was there. What's on top? The Four of Swords. Has that third eye energy again. Something is activating within this person. I know that sounds very hocus pocusy for Steve's Love Tarot. I know I tend to redneck things up a little bit. But yeah, somebody's third eye is really activating here. I've got their brain shutting down and the soul is loud. It's one of the aspects of the Four of Swords. The brain shuts down, which allows the soul to be louder, and the universe is backing me up. It's saying everything I said when I pulled the King here. Okay? Why is the Four of Swords here? The Devil. The Devil exists in the brain. It exists in the ego. It can't get to the soul. Okay? Even the worst serial killer in the world, the worst psychopath that you think they just have a rotten soul, their soul is fine. It's the heart chakra that's shut down, so the messages can't get through. So they all just trapped in their brain. And when you get trapped in your brain, that's where conspiracy theories form. That's where, all kinds of things. That's why you get your mission-oriented psychopaths, right? That kind of thing. Yeah, the mission's all in their head because they've been pacing around in a little room for a while. Go ahead, you try it. Go ahead and pace around in a little room, 10 feet by 10 feet, round and round for like 20 years, right? All by yourself, no interaction with other people. You'll go into crazy town. You'll become completely nuts. It's like my neighbor I talk about all the time. He's become a dissociative narcissist because he spent too much time by himself. It's pretty much what you develop. Lots of disorders and illnesses and psychopathy beyond anything. What's going on here in a simpler form is, again, because the brain is shutting down, this devil, look, you can see the light shining in, right? We got a lot. I said already, we got a lot of angel energy here. It's showing them that they have nothing to be afraid of, okay? When the third eye is lit up, when the soul is louder, we have no fear. All right, this is just representing the fear. And when the light shines in, you see you got nothing to be afraid of. Look at that. Look at that guy. Hell, I could take him. All right? Anybody can. Why is the King of Swords here? Tell me about it. King of Swords. Why is it here? Why is the King of Swords here in the soul? Tell me about it. Let's go. This is interesting. Okay, you're going to give me a challenge today, huh? It's crossed by the Ten of Swords. Something during the universe being predictive here on some level. During this Pluto in Aquarius thing, this transit of it, something in this person's life ends. In other words, someone that you've been sharing soul space with, or something they thought was a soul's true purpose, or a person they thought was a soulmate, could be a marriage, relationship, family, could be anything, goes away. Its energy just dissipates. It's gone, blown out. Okay? All that remains is the truth. I'm unhappy. I need to get happy. What makes me happy? And obviously the Sun is the happiest card in the deck, isn't it? It's right there in your connection. And again, Knight of Cups, going toward things that make them happy, things that they love, right? What's on top? Six of Swords. It's everything I just said, just got backed up. It is the third slowest energy of the tarot. It's a slow burn. Pluto's a slow-moving planet, right? But it's happening. It doesn't happen instantly. Oh my God, it's the 21st. Pluto's in Aquarius. Boom, I should wait for a call. Things don't change that quickly, folks. Okay? But it's going to move faster than you think, because this is the third slowest energy in the tarot, not the slowest. Why is the Six of Swords here? The Ace of Swords. Yeah. It's a slow burn. It is. It's a bit of slow medicine for this person. The soul energy is louder, and it's doing slow injections of its medicine, bit by bit, right? And the end result is to kill something inside there that's been taking up soul space, that's been, long past its expiration date. All right? It's nice. And proof of that is when I talk to the universe and I say, so tell me what's going on here. I get the love geese in there. I get the lovers right there. It's red right with your connection. This is a powerful connection. Your connection in my reading is represented by the Sun and the lovers. Okay, two major arcana cards, two very colorful major arcana cards. And why is that important? Why did I say colorful? Well, because color is energy, right? It gives you a chance to see how much energy is coming off there. You don't have to be like me, picking up on frequencies as feelings and deep empathy and shit like that. You can see color. There you go. If you can't see color, I'll tell you they're colorful. There you go. I'll be your interpreter. All right, the lovers. What you talking about here, universe? Tell me about the lovers. It's tied with this and this. Why? Because the Ten of Cups was crossing here, and 10 Cups is crossing there. Yeah. This by default now, because this is red with the Sun, makes this a minor arcana Sun card by default, energy wise. And again, it's colorful. I get rainbows. You see how many fucking rainbows are on this? It's like a fucking pride parade. What the hell's going on here? It's unreal. I feel like I should get up in a fancy get up and have a float and ride a float or something. What's going on? This just somebody's making decisions that affect their life long term from the soul for a change, and the soul is lit up. You're going to see a change in society, and you're going to see a change within the soulmate cycle. You will. It's just unbelievable. Okay, what's on top? Page of Cups. This is somebody who shows up under less energy than they could. Okay, can I phrase it like that? It's someone who, how do I phrase this? When they're on their way to you, they think they feel one way, right? But because she doesn't know that wave is there. I'm going to phrase it to you that way. When you actually have a conversation, when your two souls meet, whether this is a new soulmate or your runner, it could be either or. When these two souls come together, that's when the wave hits. That's when this person, this incoming energy, whoever this is, realizes just how powerful this connection is. They think they know through this before you come together. But after you come together, it completes a circuit, shall we say. Why is the Page of Cups here? Yeah, the Five of Cups. Yeah. Somebody's very... there's doubt here. Can I phrase it that way? That's why they're hesitant to share everything. They don't have a choice. Okay? The Knight of Swords has to share everything. They're like a hired gun. You hire them to deliver a message. You might hire them to run through town and advertise your bagel shop. They got to deliver the message. Here's the script. Do it. Like an actor. You hand them a script. Read the fucking script, motherfucker. What are you doing? Right? You don't just sit there and read half of it. That kind of thing. So, somebody here is doubtful. There's some doubt here until they arrive. And then when they arrive, the tidal wave hits. So that's why the Page of Cups is here. That's why the specific energy that was coming off the Page of Cups is here. It's because of the doubt. It's not that they're probably, again, they feel the Ten of Cups. But the Ten of Cups can be a whole lot of fairyland. We've had it twice. So again, it's just backing up my energy read. That's all. Okay. So, yeah. But that's also that doubt, just for you to know, is why they've held back. Because this knight's not going in the water. He's hanging on to that pentacle for dear life. Right? So again, somebody here, there is that energy, and I said it already, where they want to, part of the curiosity is to see if this is for real or not. It's tied to that Ten of Cups energy. All right. So that's fine. Even to this day, and with powerful connections that can happen, even with a newer soulmate. I'm not saying the new soulmate, nobody running here. Okay. We have a soul, we have two souls coming together. It's very clear in the energy. But even if it's a powerful connection, you can think it's too good to be true. I mean, that the same frequency of energy plays out differently in different situations. Somebody could come to you with an amazing job offer, right? I'll pay you $250,000 a year. All you got to do is watch this TV show once a week and tell me what the episode was about. Well, that sounds a little too good to be true. What's the fucking catch there, motherfucker? Right? But it's the same. It's actually the same frequency of energy that makes someone doubt a connection that feels powerful. You could just phrase it as it feels too good to be true. It is what it is. But that gets resolved very quickly. Because look, that wave is just about to hit her, right? It gets resolved very quickly when the love geese reach their destination, shall we say. Okay, let's talk about final outcome here. 9 of Pentacles. I'm going to be honest here. I'm always honest with you, and I catch shit for it a lot. In a lot of cases, I lose subscribers, things like that. Whatever. I'm not chasing views. I don't care. But I can't sleep at night if I lie to you, right? I catch karma for it if I do as well in these readings. So I'm going to be honest with you. Some of your energy is attached to this. You guys are making big, long-range decisions as well under this energy. And this energy is coming towards you whether you decide you want it or not. That's very crystal clear in the energy here. You may just decide you're better off on your own. You may say, thank you for coming in. I feel the connection, but I've moved on in another direction. Some of you will do that. Some of you will be liberating yourself from this connection. It's sort of like you decide you're better off on your own for a while. It's part of your journey, right? That kind of thing. All right, we'll put some hocus pocus on it for you. But for the most part, as this energy is attached to the incoming energy that I'm pulling on, somebody is liberating themselves from this devil. This devil can represent a lot of things for them. It could be hang-ups inside them. It could be a toxic relationship. It could be a soul's true purpose that they thought was a soul's true purpose, but it wasn't. Like a job that, took them away from stuff. It could be anything. All right, it could be a lot of things. Let's find out what the universe wants to tell us with some clarifiers here. Tell me about the 9 of Pentacles. Which aspect do you want to talk about here? Give me the final on this for my viewers. Let's go. Yeah. Both parties, again, I read the energy first, then I pull the cards. 2 of Pentacles. Both parties are making decisions here. That's what this is representing in the environmental energy. You're making a decision and they're making a decision. They're making a decision to come your way. Okay? But you're also making a decision. And sometimes for some of you, those decisions aren't going to line up. Okay? It's just the way it is. For some of you, they will. It's up to you. All right? I want you to know, and I'll reinforce it in a blog article, I want you to know that the decisions we make here have long-range effects, even in whether it's your personal life or the big societal energies as a whole. Huge effects. In your personal life, it could be the rest of your life, okay? But for societal energies, the decisions we're making as Pluto transits Aquarius, huge. We're talking about great-great-grandchildren being affected by it, okay? Definitely. I mean, if you think about it, it's true. We got here in the U.S., we got a big election coming up. in 2024. We're deciding between an autocrat or to keep the society free, to keep the society democratic, right? Because one side's an autocrat, they've said it. They want to be a dictator when they come in, they do this and do that. Gave some speech recently that's out there where he's talking about I can just eliminate my opponents, that kind of thing. I mean, that's third world country shit. Okay, that's scary. That's a scary timeline. But it's different. It might be the right route. It might not. I don't know. Schrodinger's cat for president. I wrote an article on it. Could play out either way. There's no way to tell. But it's all what you want. We got big decisions we're making. All right? It's huge. And that's just one example. In your life, you have equally big decisions you're making is what I'm talking about. Equally big. What's on top? Hangman. Yeah. You each have a perspective on this. Each side, each person coming towards you has a perspective. Okay? Each side. I don't know. Why is the Hangman here? The Hermit. You're going to have to just listen to your soul. The Hermit again. Same Hermit energy I had in the pre-shuffle. The soul is very powerful right now. Very loud. Very powerful. It's the same energy. You're just going to have to listen to your soul. Some of you, it's what I said, some of you will come together. Either way, this energy's coming in. If you're looking for a reading that says they're reaching out, yeah, here you go. For sure. I mean, I've never seen it more clear, felt it more clear in the energy. The question, you don't have to do anything. You just sit there. The DF side doesn't have to move. You just keep making decisions for your life. But you're each making a decision. So whether those decisions line up or not depends. You gotta follow your soul. So I will encourage you that if this energy shows up and you don't want it, whatever it is, it's not part of your journey right now. You listen to your soul. You don't have to say yes. Okay? You don't feel like you do. Your soul's journey is your soul's journey. This is theirs that's laid out here. All right. Let's pull 3 cards and a crossing card from the bottom. All right. Let's go. 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. What we got here? It's crazy town, I tell you. All right, let's go. It's crazy energy here. It's jumping all over the place. And you know what? With the way this final outcome came out, even your energy of your connection had a split. The cards split, right? You're each on your own journey. I want you to remember that, okay? Definitely want you to remember that. Let's see. Okay, it won't let me shuffle anymore. I was going to shuffle one more time. It won't let me. Okay, will not. Could not lift the cards. It's amazing how that works. It's incredible. It's like hypnosis kind of thing. The way they test you if you can be hypnotized. They hypnotize you to tell you to close your eyes and then say try to open them. And I swear, if you could be hypnotized, you can't open your eyes. It feels like there's tanks. They're like tied to tanks holding them down, kind of a thing. It's amazing, you know. But it's like that with the cards when I shuffle, when it won't let me shuffle anymore. 5 of Wands. I can see why now. Judgment's here. It's powerful. It's more powerful than me. I'm not the warlock on the fucking hill. You're not more powerful than Judgment either. I'll tell you what. King of Wands. Yeah. Somebody here is battling their demons under this energy. All right? The universe is forcing them to look at their demons, forcing them to stop. This is a methodical energy. Right? Sometimes this knight is pictured at a table looking at a map, plotting a course, right? The universe, very powerful. God, source, the universe itself is forcing them to stop and look at their behavior, look at their demons. That makes this devil a very important card on the table. This right here, this devil is tied to Judgment. Judgment is represented by Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel got himself a horn that translates the word of God to man. Translates, again, exactly what I said. It's Archangel Gabriel energy here. Take a look at yourself. And somebody is. And I believe, because the 5 of Wands came out, it's a bit of a no-brainer. Just like that light shining in there, that angel light shining on that devil. No longer afraid anymore. Look at that. It's some terrible little person there. It's no big deal, right? That's what's going on. That's what we get. And that's going to make, that devil's going to be the star of our extended because it's tied to Judgment as far as pulling on the incoming energy. I will also open the extended by pulling on you. I want us to, because again, you're each making long-range decisions here, far-reaching decisions. It's a big time. 2024, and I pull on societal energies offline. I don't do them online because it's a volatile topic, and I'm just here. I'm just a neutral observer. That's all. That's my lifetime. That's what this journey in this lifetime is for me. I'm here to learn. I'm gaining wisdom for the next one, basically, and sharing it along the way. This channel is part of my journey. But that being said, 2024, I've made a lot of predictions, and they've all come true. I talked about the World War II energy coming in long before anybody in the news ever started mentioning it. I got a blog article out there, but time-stamped, that proves it. But videos as well from 2021 where it's come up. And we talked about this soulmate cycle being the same energy that was here from back in World War II. I just want to say about 2024, it's going to be a year that is definitely noted in the history books. All right? Let's hope we get noted on the right side of it. Remember, these decisions are huge. They have ripple effects. Okay? All right. That's it. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want the extended, you want to find out some more about the devil and judgment and what it all means to you, whatever, there's a link for the extended in the description. All right? I can't wait to pull it. I love when there's a devil and it's the star of the fucking show here. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right. Good luck.